You guys can see here, per Adam Schefter, it says Richard Sherman announced on his new podcast that he signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and it is official. They will now be winning the Super Bowl. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Go Bucs. I think this is somewhat of a big signing. I'm going to get into how serious it is, how much it matters, how old he is, how much he could impact this team, everything you want to know about this and what I just think about the Bucs in general, and how's he going to affect this matchup against the Patriots like this upcoming in just a few days. But before I do, I got to hear from you guys. On a scale 1 to 10, how much do you think Richard Sherman impacts the team? 10 being absolutely to the nth degree, and 1 being why did they even sign him? Comment down below. But as you can see here, like I said, he signed a 1-year deal. It's kind of funny to see these two guys used to be two relatively big rivals. They played each other in the Super Bowl and probably didn't like each other that much at the time. But now they're going to be fighting for one together. Looking at this Bucs team, looking at this matchup this Sunday, I don't know if they'll necessarily need it for the Patriots, but they need it for health in their secondary. If you look at the Bucs team, they have been suffering a relatively good amount of injuries on offense and on defense. In Week 1, we saw Sean Murphy-Bunting go down, breaking his elbow. He's expected to be back in the season relatively soon, within the next few weeks, but still, losing one of your better corners, doesn't matter how long he's gone, it's going to hurt. Then, your third best corner, I'm assuming Carlton Davis is the best corner in my opinion. Then your third best corner, Sherman Dean, he got banged up against the Rams, and now he's questionable against the Patriots in Week 4. So some guys are possibly missing time after time after time. They said, we need someone else in here. Let's go get Richard Sherman. He's old. Pretty sure he's 33. But if there's one team for him to get the absolute most out of anymore, for one guy to motivate him more than anyone, for one last chance to show all the gas he has left in the tank, it would be with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in my opinion. I saw Jason Pierre-Paul go down. All these guys are expected to be back, but still, if you miss one single game and your defense isn't on point to the nth degree, that makes you vulnerable and that makes you beatable, as we just saw last week. Ndamukong Suh, Vita Vea, William Golson, Devin White, Levante Davis, Shaq Bear, Carlton Davis, Antoine Winfield Jr., the guys are still there. But we've seen even in Week 1, when just losing Sean Murphy-Bunting, this team took a huge step back and became vulnerable. Yes, it was against Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, one of the best offenses in the NFL, but still, it took a GOAT moment from Tom Brady for this team to really come back and dig them out of a hole and make a final 1-minute drive to put themselves in a field goal position. Looking at the offense, Gronk's a little banged up. His test came back negative on his ribs, but still, I'm sure it doesn't feel good. AB, we know, is out due to COVID. He'll be back eventually. Scotty Miller has a pretty bad, it says doubtful for Week 4, but I'm pretty sure he'll be out a few weeks. He has a pretty bad case of turf toe. Giovanni Bernard, what's his injury here? Questionable Week 4, MCL. The Bucs are banged up, but now you got our Richard Sherman. I believe in this team. I believe in them without Richard Sherman, but I do like him being in here more so for the younger guys. You know, this team does kind of feel like the Los Angeles Lakers of basketball right now. LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, they're just picking up everyone that's 400 and over. There's no one, if you're 25 and under, don't even look at this team. It's what I feel like right now. Giovanni Bernard was an older pickup in free agency. Levante Davis, one of the older linebackers, and Ndamukong Suh. Jason Pierre-Paul's a veteran, and some of these guys are brand new. You know, Carlton Davis pretty young. Antoine Winfield Jr. was just a rookie. Devin White's just on his third year. Vita Vea was still technically on his rookie contract. Tristan Wirfs, but you guys know what I mean. And that's what I like, though. There is some balance here, and that's why I think Richard Sherman is going to be okay, because right now on this team, he is needed as the number one guy. He is desperately needed to show, hey, we need the absolute best out of you. But come 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, when everyone's getting back, when everyone's healthy, Richard Sherman can kind of convert to playing a slot corner, or maybe converting to safety, to the position where he doesn't have to go toe-to-toe, step for step with those fastest guys that they're going to be playing. You know, they're going to be playing Stephon Diggs and the Bills eventually. Going to be playing the Carolina Panthers. We got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. You're going to be playing the Falcons, who aren't great, but still Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts. You don't want to leave those guys for Richard Sherman. He just doesn't have that speed anymore. But that doesn't mean inside the locker room, inside the film room, he can't help out these younger guys, Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Sean Murphy-Bunting, while their time is off, while they're just getting rusty again, while they're getting the rust off, while they're just getting back to the field. He can help them see what they don't see because he has all that experience, that wisdom, and this mentorship aspect. In the first few weeks, they're going to need the most out of Richard Sherman. But as of right now, in time, I think he's going to be a great pickup for this team because of what he can provide as not being their number one corner. Every team he's been on, he's been needed to be, hey, you need to shut down Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, Antonio Brown, whoever they were playing at the time, Julian Edelman, Robin Krausker, whatever it was. But now he doesn't have to do that, and I think that's going to allow him to play to his absolute strengths. They know this. Tom Brady knows this. Tom Brady's one of, if not the smartest player in the league. He knows what Richard Sherman has left, and he's going to play him to his absolute strengths, whether that be just a film guy, a locker room guy, a safety guy, a slot corner guy. In time, this is going to be a solid pickup that could slightly be the reason the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl. Do I think this makes or breaks their Super Bowl odds by improving them 10 times or reducing them 10 times? Not at all. But do I think this is a cherry on top to this defense? Absolutely. I think it provides some value, not none. I think it's going to be cool. I'm not exactly sure we'll see him play this weekend. I've already kind of done an in-depth view on this game. I think the Patriots are going to win by 2 scores. I don't think Tom Brady's going to lose to Belichick, and especially not after getting his ass kicked versus the Rams last week. They're going to come in hot, Richard Sherman or not. I just don't see Tom Brady and Mac Jones competing on the same level by any means at all. We've seen the Bucs compete in their last 3 games against possible future Hall of Famers, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Mac Jones. He's just a rookie. I just don't see him taking them down, Richard Sherman or not. But I'm excited for Richard Sherman. I'm excited for this team. I think this team's still going to be a Super Bowl team, him or not, but I do think he would definitely provide value to this team and could be a reason they make a Super Bowl run. Not the sole reason, but 100%, a variable or a factor. You guys tell me what you think. As always, and of course, guys, comment down below, like I said in the question at the beginning of the video, where do you rank this on a scale 1 to 10? 10 being they're winning the Super Bowl, locked in now, 1 being why they even sign them. As always, and of course, thanks for watching, guys.